Hey guys, so the other day I was winding down for bed, saying my prayers, and during my prayers, I always get the opportunity to address just certain things that happen throughout my day or have these deep realizations. And I had a moment where I said, I have never gotten a chance to experience fear because my monsters were always in front of me. They weren't hiding under the bed, they weren't hiding in a closet, they weren't jumping out to frighten me. I was always face to face with my monsters. So fight or flight never kicked in. I've always had to fight. And it was a big realization for me because it helped me to understand my power and this journey that I'm on and how I was built into who I am today, and knowing that I can accomplish anything that I put my mind to, anything that I put my heart to, I can accomplish it. And I've been through a lot in my life, and those monsters have always been there. I can't remember a time when they didn't exist. And they're not necessarily tied to a person, but more so tied to an experience, and experiencing abandonment and experiencing betrayal and experiencing disappointment. It doesn't have a face. It is an experience of a feeling that lingers with you throughout your life. And until you take the time out to decide what you want to do with that experience, the monsters are going to follow you. And I asked myself, with this experience, what do you want to do with it? And that is something that everyone needs to ask themselves, because you get to decide which direction you go in because of the things that you go through. And a lot of the times, you either become the monster or you overcome the monster. And with my experiences, I decided to help others through their experiences. And I would say that I am pretty skilled at finding solutions, and not just finding solutions, but assisting people through their experiences, creating activities, creating the work that you need in order to overcome that experience. And so for me, in all that I've gone through, I'm just going to go with this year. All that I've gone through this year, I had to decide, what are you going to do with this experience? Because right now, you're not doing anything with it. You're sitting in it. it is lingering, it is preventing you from getting to where you're going. So now is the time to do something with these experiences that you went through, the monsters that have followed you into this place of almost nothingness. And for me, when my creativity is gone, yeah, I feel really stagnant. I'm just existing. I'm not motivated. I am going with whatever is in front of me at the moment. And so I am now deciding what I want to do with my experiences from this year. And of course, I am moving through and overcoming, but there is still a process of creating a plan to get rid of those monsters that follow me. And the monsters that have followed me this year, that I have faced this year, has been rooted in low self-worth, low self-confidence, unworthiness, betrayal. And they have been difficult to overcome this time around, I believe, because I'm older now, and I never imagined being back in a place where I was rebuilding myself as far as like internally, the things that I am made up of. I had a lot of decisions to make. A lot of I did a lot of laying down, and when I say laying down, I mean that I allowed a lot of things to stagnate me instead of releasing them, and instead of walking away from them, instead of putting them in their place, I allowed them to stagnate me. And so I say all of this to say that I know a lot of us wake up to our monsters every single day, and they make it difficult to move through. But use your monsters to your advantage and make them fight for you instead of allowing them to be a part, to take precedent over you and your destiny. And so when it comes to fear, it's not a real thing. It is an anticipation of something coming, and an anticipation of something coming. And it creates a false reality because that experience hasn't even happened. And when you live in fear, it prevents you from being able to see what is in front of you. It prevents you from experiencing reality. And what I have learned about being in this world is that the only way to overcome is to be present in your reality, to be aware, to have the awareness of your reality and your experiences. Because when you live blindly, you become the victim of everything else around you. You allow the world around you to dictate how things happen in your life. And I have experienced that firsthand once moving to Atlanta, being in a new place. The fear that I experienced, that I didn't know that I was experiencing, was the fear of being alone. And so I latched on to a lot of strangers and I held on tight. And I experienced a lot of pain because at that point in my life, when I decided to move, I knew who I was. I was very comfortable in my skin. I knew my purpose as to why I decided that I was uprooting mine and my son's life and moving to Atlanta. But as I arrived in the city, it set in that everything that I knew was no longer. And so now I am in a place where I have embraced this new life. Bring it on. The new friends, the new love, the new experience, the new career, the new opportunities. I have embraced this reality because this is what I came here for. Yes, it is difficult to let go of the things that you hold so dear to your heart. I loved my life, the life that I built for myself and for my son in Mississippi. I love that life, and it is something that I will never forget, will always be a part of me. But now, the journey that I am on, I have to embrace the newness and the journey and the fact that it takes time to build something solid is so important to this experience. And so to go back to the beginning, when I realized that I never got to experience fear because my monsters were always in front of me. It's never hidden. It's never been hidden. The things that tend to be scary, they're not hiding from you. And you were built for this moment, this experience, and ultimately you will overcome it as long as you move through it. Because running and hiding from something that has been staring you in the face only keeps you from reaching your next destination. So next time You experience something and your monster is staring you in the face. Make a decision and ask yourself, what is it that you want to do with this monster? How do you want to use it? But don't allow yourself to become it. I hope that this message really helps somebody as much as it has helped me, because in this story I could have been the victim, you know? But I know my power, and I know that I have the power to create the things that I am experiencing. And each day of my life that I have looked my monsters in the face, they have become everything that I needed them to be in order to keep going. So many days I wanted to give up. So many days I felt defeated. But finally, this story is victorious, joyous, and I get to experience as much love as I want to experience, as much joy as I want to experience, as much peace as I want to experience. I get to make a decision. If you made it this far, thank you so much for going through my message with me. It means a lot to me. And I will continue to share stories like this. Have a good day.